let's get to some technical items. So first off, images. For all my newbies out there, please remember that you cannot take images off of the internet. You will get sued. So please remember to use stock image websites like this one is Adobe stock. There's also Unsplash. There is, oh my God, Joe, if you can remember some of the other ones, please drop them in there. I sometimes forget them all off the top of my head. Some are free. Also, you can only use royalty-free images as a reminder. And unless you run like an online magazine, then you're allowed to use editorial. So just a note I want to remind everybody out there. I also want to say that this is extremely important for all of you now because the scanners on websites have gotten a lot better at identifying even where the stock sites are. So sometimes they even reach out to you and ask you for proof that you purchased that stock item. So do make sure that if you're working with a partner like a company like us, that they have licensed that imagery on your behalf. Okay, let's talk about image formats. So what a format is when you take a photo on your phone or you download a folder of an image from the web, you're looking at, this is a file type. So JPEG, a GIF, PNG, and apologize, I'll add it to the slides before we send them to is SVG is another one. S as in Sam, V as in Victor, G, and then WebP. WebP is actually the replacement for JPEGs and PNGs. A GIF may still be what you need, especially if you're running animated GIFs. But keep in mind, these are the things that you'll see now. And Shopify finally updated to WebP. So I just want to mention that WebP is the newer compatibility. And over here on the right, I just wanted to show everyone that Canva now has the ability to have you upload your image in here. So if you have JPEGs and you want to have them converted to WebP, WebP has better compression, therefore it will help your website load faster. And that's the reason I'm pushing on this. Try to keep your files as small as possible. So I don't want to put an exact size here because if I say 500 kilobytes, that's actually a half a megabyte. That's really large. So if you can work on getting things compressed and as clear as possible to the smallest possible size. So that's really why it says as, is like get it as small as possible. For video, again, you do have stock video. So again, just not stealing things off of social media. Video should never autoplay with sound on. You can autoplay a video that just has movement, but this is literally like, I can't begin to tell you the number of people who will land on your website and leave because of autoplay. It's actually one of the most jarring things for people. And I don't know how many of you feel this way, but even on social media, it's been nicer that now, at least for Instagram, they don't autoplay the sound until I turn it on. TikTok, that's the one thing I always have to remember with them is that auto has the sound. But again, most of the users who are in there, that's what they're going there for. But on your website, someone could have music playing while they're surfing your web. And I know I have that happening all the time. So another thing I want to remind us of is that video players and hosts. So they're different here so a video player and a host is something like YouTube. So YouTube provides you with the player that embeds into your website. Vimeo provides you with the player that embeds into your website. Wistia is another one. And now I'm really happy to see Shopify and Wix. You can upload your video directly to these platforms and they now actually have a player. Now, why you might use a YouTube or a Vimeo or a Wistia instead of your Shopify and Wix is because these external partners are handling the video loading time, which again makes your website load quicker. So I think that's important to remember. And then for some websites, you may just want the video player only. So for like WordPress, you might want like an HTML5 video player. And again, remember that that means that your hosting, the web host, has to be able to support the video itself as well. So just a reminder of that.